Hey, good people. How's everyone doing? Trust that everyone is doing well, enjoying themselves. Outstanding weekend. As for me, it's been a pretty good one. I can't complain. We got Veterans Day coming up, so let me just say, give a shout out to all the veterans out there. Thanks for your service. Thanks for your service. I served 9 years myself, and in the army, and so anyway, yeah, it's always good to be appreciated, right? So let's get down to things, right? I'm Chris, and thanks for tuning in. So what are we talking about on today? Man, it's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on. Personally, I think it's always a lot going on, both in life and in the investing game and all of the things that goes around there, right? It's always something going on when it comes to keeping staying on top of your budget, figured in your vacations and your getaways and what have you, and just being overall smart with that. How you go about spending your money, how you go about deploying each one of your army of dollars, right? Can't say that enough. Can't say that enough. Can't express that enough. I'm always talking about being well aware of every single dollar you earn and putting each one to work, right? Putting it to work in investment, investing, swing trading, covering your cost of living, and whatever the case may be. Just make sure you stay on top of that. So the market, right? Try to talk briefly on each one and get out of here, right? I'm out here doing this a little bit earlier than what I normally do. Got some other things I want to take care of on today, and so anyway, so the crypto market, right? Everybody who's been watching the crypto market, oh, it's ugly right now. It is ugly. Even if you have something that's green, you might have a few positions that are green. Good for you, right? Um, if you're green, then that means you were pretty on top of your buy-in at the amount of money you started, what the cost of that crypto was when you started buying, right? You took advantage of buying it on a really big dip, and hopefully you DCA'd on the dips, right? So ICP, excuse me, wow, ICP is looking pretty good. Some other ones are looking pretty good, but I'm always talking about you have to be able to do your own research, right? And it's a little bit to that, right? I like myself when it comes to my crypto. I love crypto.com, right? Crypto.com, that trading app. I love the fact that when you click on a crypto, you can go to the analysis, right? Go to the statistics, right? It's going to show you the all-time high. It's going to show you its recent lows, right? And excuse me, you can look at the chart and drag to see where it's been over the past week, day, months, what have you, year, all time. Why am I saying that? When you do your own research and you're able to identify um, a crypto and or stock lows, then you could take advantage of that knowledge, right? If you see an opportunity to buy while it is near its lows, bingo, that would be the opportune time to buy, and that would be the opportune time to purchase with a chunk. That's when you go in, right? But I would be irresponsible if I don't say something I've always said. Would be irresponsible to say, irresponsible not to say. You only want to invest money that you're not going to need for a year or two. Let me say that one more time for those who may have not been listening well. You only want to invest money that you are not going to need for the next year or two because you have to give your money time to go to work. You got to give your money time to grow. You got to give your money time to birth new money for the value to rise up, right? So, and with all that being said, I have some quite a few crypto positions that are up, right? But it's not up where it was. What is this? This is November. So last time my crypto portfolio was really dancing was that last week of November, or the last 2 weeks of November, first couple of days of December of last year, right? And so, so no matter how good it looks right now, it still don't look where it was uh, 1 December. So, said that to say, I don't think it's over with, right? I'm still personally, nobody has a crystal ball. I'm not a financial advisor, right? I'm just sharing with you my little experience, my little knowledge, right? But I'm still expecting some kind of some semblance, some resemblance of um, a parabolic run before this year is out, right? Whether it's a month, 2 months, a month and a half, whatever. If it's just 1 week, I'm just expecting a parabolic run. Now, with that being said, I already have sell orders in. I have sell orders in for a lot of my crypto positions, right? And I have it in waves, right? So, you know, crypto you can buy or sell 24/7, right? And most of the time, crypto goes bonkers or berserk or bananas, in my opinion, over the weekend and in the wee hours when you're normally sleeping and sending up Z's snoring, right? That's when crypto goes bonkers. So, it behooves you if you can, whatever brokerage app you own, it behooves you if you can set it up for some sell orders. So when you positions pop a certain amount, you go ahead and take some profit, right? So that's all I can really say about crypto right now. I know it's ugly, and if you choose to continue to take advantage of the dips, and I'm doing so myself at times, not all the time, but you you want to be wise about what crypto you're buying. Uh, I would be building Bitcoin, which is the number one crypto, Ethereum, which is the number two crypto, right? I think Binance and XRP kind of take turns trading that number three position or what have you. And, so I wouldn't be all over the board, even though I still have a ton of different cryptos. I'm not building everything. I'm only building safe crypto positions. And as soon as I get a nice pop in any position, hey, it is gone, right? I may take a portion of those profits and put it into Bitcoin and or Ethereum or XRP, or I may just put it out because I got some things I want to do about it. There's some things I want to do, I'm going to do by the end of this year. Some things I'm always saying the name of the game is to make life-changing money. And I've been changing my life over the 5 years I've been doing this, right? But by the end of this year, there are some major changes I want to make. Some major life-changing changes I want to make by the end of this year. And I can do that, right? And I can do it right now. But, I think I will be leaving a good bit of money on the table. So I will be patient, and as I see fit, I will take profit between now and the end of this year to do what I want to do to change my life, right? So everyone needs to have their own visions and their own goal of what it is you're trying to do. And as you learn, as you grow, that vision, those goals, those plans could change. Hopefully they will as you learn more. And as you learn more, your portfolio grows, your wealth grows. Then hopefully you adjust and change your game plan. Um, think I'm done with the little bit I want to say about stocks. Crypto. I'm 10 minutes in. Kind of want to say the same thing about the stock market, right? As I said, and I can't stop saying because I think it's important for everybody to know. Stock market has been around since 1792. The U.S. was organized 1776, 77, I think it's 76. So it's a short time span between 76 and 92. The U.S. is still around. The stock market is still around. The stock market is designed for all purposes, all intensive purposes, to go up, to help folks take advantage of the stock market and to grow your wealth, right? So if the stock market has been around that long, it's a very outstanding. It's an outstanding vehicle to help grow your wealth. Hopefully, you take advantage of it, right? And just as I was saying, being able to do your own research with your stock, with your crypto, and identify the lows and the highs and what have you, the 52-week high, the 52-week low. There are many different ways you could anticipate on what a stock is going to do over the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year plan, right? And when you do this research, then when you see stocks that you have been eyeing for a while, you have been desiring to get into, and you were waiting on a great time, the right time to get in. Well, if you do your research and you see that it's at a low, good time to start DCA, dollar cost averaging, building a position in that stock, right? And I don't think I've said many times before, every stock that I get, most of the time, even before I even get into the position, I already have an idea of what size position I want for that specific stock. Normally, that size is going to be based on what the company is and the value of that stock, right? So, personally, I think if a stock is, excuse me, if the stock is valued under 150, if it's valued under between 100 to 150, my goal would be to build a position of 100. Do I have it like that? No, I don't have it like that, but I'm very driven and I'm very goal oriented. So, I just take a portion of my side hustle money and I start focusing on that every week, right? That's what I do. You got to figure out what works for you, right? So I think based on the size of my portfolios and the funds that I play with, that I like to establish a position of 100 shares, right? If I'm building a position in stock under 100 to, let's say, 100 to $50 to $100, 50 to 100, or 100 to 50, right? Again, a minimum of 100, right? What would I cap that? I wouldn't really cap it. I would just DCA anytime it dips, right? Anything 50 and below, 50 to 25, I want about 200 shares, right? Under 25, I want what I consider insane amount, right? I'm just going to buy the dip every time it dips, especially if it's a stock that I'm expecting to go to. Let's just say research I do tells me analysts and what have you, let's say they anticipate on the stock going to $100 or higher within the next 2 years. Well, I want a couple of hundred shares if I started acquiring the stock under $10. Hopefully by the time it gets to $20, I should have well over $100 because that's not a lot of money to pay for a quality stock, right? It's not a lot of money to pay for stock that's hot, that's on a lot of folks' radar, right? Whether it be quantum computing, whether it be the chips, whether it be whatever the case may be. I mean, Dale Curry dropped a video, I think yesterday or the day before, and I believe he talked about three low price stocks. Some folks consider them penny stock, right? And and I think they were great stocks to DCA in my opinion, because based on your portfolio, you should have a percentage of funds. Let's say whatever your portfolio, you should have like 1 to 2% of the overall value of your portfolio that you're willing to take risk with low value stock, right? And if you're gonna take risks with low value stock, it's not really gonna pay off if you don't have at least, if it's under $1 and you don't have at least 300 shares, it's probably gonna be a long time for it really pay off, right? If you have 300 shares and it goes up $1, $2, $3, you can do something with those gains, right? You can do something with those gains. You could take a portion, you could sell it, take a portion of it, put it into your long-term hold, take a portion of it, a percentage of it, and put it into your advanced. If you're highly working on reducing your debt, right, and you're paying off your debt, you could take some of the profit to do that. Whatever the case may be, figure out what works for you, do what's best for you. But you definitely want to be building your stock, right? Chris Stain been dropping some great videos, some stock you could be looking at to be life changing within a year, right? Larry Jones is always talking about great stock to get into. Larry Jones loves there's the ETF, Granny, GRNY. Do your own research and figure out why it's a good stock, a good ETF to start acquiring, right? And I believe right now it's around $25, $26, something like that. And yeah, so I have that. I love it myself for my own reasons. We won't go into that. Keenan Grace is always dropping great content, right? Stock Mo is always dropping great content. Not just sharing you what it is he's interested in, but also showing you more routinely talk about penny stocks that's worth getting into. But when you get into these things, you need to watch it, right? Because it may pop well before what someone says, and you should take some profit, right? In my personal opinion, the seesaw that the market has been doing, the stock market that is, the seesaw that it has been doing, based on the different things that's been going on in the world, in Congress, what have you. The U.S. can't, the government can't stay closed forever, right? It's going to have to open back up and go back to work, right? When it goes back to work, the seesaw we think we've been seeing is gonna be amplified. It's gonna, that rubber band that's been stretched to the limits. That's what I think, based on my research. You gotta do your own research, right? But I just believe there are great things on the horizon for both the stock market and the crypto market as we go into the end of this year, right? So do your research, follow some folks, let them bring to you the news of what's going on in the market, the news of what's going on in the political arena, what's going on with the government, right? What's going on with economies in other countries, right? These things are very vital to know if you want to grow your wealth. As I get ready to close, guy I love talk about Jasper Racine, the Minority Mindset. Let me say it again. Jasper Racine, the Minority Mindset, is his channel. Outstanding source to tap into, right? Also, he has his news brief, right? And you can get a free email from it every day, giving you insights of what's going on in the overall markets, and it's free, right? So I would look up Minority Mindset page channel like, subscribe, and go down his bio, and there's usually a link in there to show you how to tap into getting that free email of his news brief, right? So I'm gonna leave that alone. Good people, I think it's a great time to be taking advantage of the stock market and the crypto. You know, and give yourself, give your money, time to go to work on your behalf. The idea is to invest a portion of your money, and over time, eventually that portion that you invest in is going to outwork your annual income. Don't trust me. Try for yourself. One, do your own research. Get busy in the game. And in about 2 years of, as they call it, delayed gratification, you know, cut back on some things, save money here, save money there, invest. And as you can increase the percentage that you invest in, do that. When you get a little overtime, invest some of that. If we get those incentives, the checks the government give you, those you know what I'm talking about. But if you get one of them checks, invest a portion of your check, right? You get your taxes, invest a portion of your taxes. If you happen to get a bonus on your job, invest a percentage of those funds, right? And when you make a few years of sacrifice, then you can go in and get some of your money to change your life, right? Sell some of your stock, or as they say, you can go and borrow against it from the bank, right? Whatever you want to do, whatever works for you. I'm always building mine, so I do what works for me. But as you do your own research and do your own study and grow your own financial knowledge, you will change your life financially. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. You can't stop it. It cannot be stopped. It is Sunday, and I would like to do an inspiration, but I'm 22 minutes in, and I'm finna go enjoy the rest of my day. So hopefully I've said something to help somebody. Hopefully I've said something to pique your interest, to wake you up, to get busy in the game, to get off of the sideline. Don't just trust the financial advisor. Get in it yourself outside of your 401k. And if you need to make some adjustments in your 401k, make some adjustments. Make sure your 401k is working as hard as it possibly can, and make sure your individual account is working as hard as it possibly can on your behalf, right? So again, I'm cutting off here. Wish you guys all the best. Enjoy the closeout of your weekend. If you're off Tuesday for Veterans Day, or if you're off Monday and Tuesday, enjoy yourself. Enjoy life. Life is short. You guys take care and be blessed continually, my friend.